Topping today's news, the Prime Minister, Philip Davis, tours new facilities at Princess Margaret Hospital. Minister of Immigration shares concerning new trends by human smugglers. President of the University of the Bahamas abruptly resigns, and monkeypox confirmed in country. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jarino Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News. It's a pleasure to have you join us. Prime Minister Philip Davis and the Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Michael Dowell, toured 4 hospital units that have been completely refurbished and renovated. Giving an overview of the work done at the Princess Margaret Hospital is Public Hospital Authority Managing Director, Aubenette Rowe.
What you see today is 4 units, some that have been totally gutted that we described, that have to have all of the infrastructure works put into place, all of the mechanical, engineering and plumbing put into place, as well as those that did not have adequate bathrooms to be able to facilitate patients. We are happy to report today that all of that project has been completed on time. We actually have patients who are actually in those beds. It's very modern. We have proper flooring in the areas that had to be gutted. We have piped oxygen. We also have modernized beds so that will limit the demand and industrial injury on the backs of nurses and persons who support healthcare. We have also had the opportunity to walk through the accident emergency, a project that has been ongoing from 2019. However, we know what happened in those 2 years as it relates to COVID.
The health minister says upon coming into office, there was a physical plan that was neglected for a long period of time, and a decision was made to invest in infrastructural development, supported by the Prime Minister, Philip Davis, and the Ministry of Finance.
Construction while occupying spaces is a very difficult thing to do. I know we still have some challenges in the accident emergency. And as we toured that area today, I feel very comfortable that within a matter of months we will have that particular portion of the renovation in service, again, creating more space to see our patients and to be able to ensure that our staff function in the appropriate environment. Today has been really exciting, and I'm so glad that the Prime Minister toured the facility before we started the renovation and have the opportunity today to see the extensive amount of work that has been done here at the Princess Margaret Hospital. We know that the Princess Margaret Hospital is an old structure and there is a need for constant renovation and upkeep. I want the Bahamian people to understand that while we're here renovating the Princess Margaret Hospital, we're doing similar projects at the Rand Memorial Hospital, and we're renovating clinics throughout the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Here in New Providence and on our family islands, all is a part of bringing healthcare infrastructure to the level that we believe is necessary for the Bahamian people, and to activate integrated healthcare where we coordinate through digital platforms what is happening at our tertiary facility, secondary and primary facility.
Earlier this year, Prime Minister Davis labeled the state of the hospital as being in a crisis, which sparked much debate.
When I walked through these halls the last time I was here, patients walk on gurneys in the corridor. They're no longer here. We now have a modular, hospital, like you call it that, for patients with infectious disease, with negative illness, and the wards are now back, and no one has said it, but these wards have been out of action for more than up to 6 years and more. And any government has the responsibility to ensuring that the citizens are able to have the provision of healthcare services themselves in a manner that is adequate and is world class, and that's what we say.
The Prime Minister acknowledges that there is a lot more to be done. He assures Bahamians that his administration will fulfill their mandates to the country's health care sector. During his contribution to the budget debate on Wednesday, while he spent much of his time speaking about a deal that he described as a bad deal between the new Nassau cruise port and the government, the Minister of Labor and Immigration, Keith Bell, while noting that there continues to be large numbers of irregular migrants to the Bahamas, says there are also new migrant trends that are a cause for concern. We hear more in this next report. The Minister of Labor and Immigration, Keith Bell, revealed during the budget debate on Wednesday that there continues to be a large number of migrants from Haiti and Cuba. He says so far this year, the Department of Immigration has repatriated 2,526 irregular migrants. However, he warned about a number of new trends. First, he says there is an increase in multinational groups being smuggled through the Bahamas en route to the United States.
We would have repatriated more than half of all of the irregular migrants we did for the entire last year.
My Lord.
That is significant. It is also very, very mind-boggling because of these trends. It means then, Madam Speaker, that in this budget, we have put $1.9 or so million for repatriation exercise. Now, last year, we spent $1.9 million, and if present trends continue, it is likely, Madam Speaker, that we would be coming back to the Cabinet, Parliament, for contingency funding for repatriations. Madam Speaker, we have observed a number of trends as it relates to migration. Madam Speaker, it is a cause for concern because whereas traditionally we would have seen a boatload of irregular migrants from one particular country, we are now witnessing significant boatloads of irregular migrants from varying countries. Madam Speaker, in one boatload of persons were from Nicaragua, Italy, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic. We've never seen this before. And so, Madam Speaker, I had a meeting yesterday with the United Nations Human Rights Commission. I also had a meeting last week with the International Organization for Migration, and they have sought to partner with us to ensure that these trends, where we see a mixture, a divergence of nationals from various countries, that be able to seek to address it. It is something which is very significant, and the IOM and the UNHCR is concerned about it. And so they are also working with us to see how we can best address that.
According to Minister Bell, another concerning trend involves the illegal migration of unaccompanied children.
In addition to the number of persons that I indicated had been repatriated, we have seen a significant number of children being sent on these unseaworthy crafts, or we call unaccompanied minors. It's a cause for major concern. As a matter of fact, Madam Speaker, on one boat, there were 51 children.
Wow.
Unaccompanied. And so it's a cause for major concern, Madam Speaker. Between this period, January to June, some 99 children have been repatriated to their home countries. Madam Speaker, it is a major concern for us.
Minister Bell also pointed out an increase in individuals abusing round-trip tickets to the Bahamas in their efforts to reach the United States, as well as a new trend involving pregnant women.
Madam Speaker, given the smuggling trends, we are seeking to strengthen our laws, and we are in the advanced state of strengthening our Immigration Act. And so, Madam Speaker, that is significant. Madam Speaker, we take note of a number of trends, emerging trends. The substantial number of children, persons legally entering the Bahamas on a round-trip ticket, but canceling their tickets immediately upon coming into the Bahamas in hopes of being smuggled into the United States. Non-Bahamian females disguising their pregnancies and to airline officials and law enforcement officials, and giving birth within weeks of landing in the Bahamas.
Minister Bell noted that last year the government spent $1.9 million in repatriation exercises, and they have budgeted the same for this fiscal year. However, he anticipates the $1.9 million will not be enough if current trends continue. Moving on, while detailing concerns about recent trends among irregular migrants trying to reach the United States, the Minister of Labor and Immigration, Keith Bell, was also pleased to announce record numbers for revenue collection in the Department of Immigration.
For the period the 1st of January 2022 to December 31st, 2022, the Department of Immigration revenue totaled $105 million. $105 million, Madam Speaker. For the fiscal period, the 1st of July to March 2023, the revenue collected was $79,920,315.92. The largest in our history.
Wow. You're working, Minister.
So, Madam Speaker, apart from recruiting the largest number of recruits in the history of immigration, apart from having the largest numbers of repatriations, we also have seen through our improved efficiency the largest amount of revenue collected by the Department of Immigration.
In a statement released by the University of the Bahamas Board of Trustees on Wednesday afternoon, they informed the public that after 11 months in office, Dr. Eric Rowland has tendered his resignation as president of the University of the Bahamas, citing personal family reasons. The statement went on to say that the board has accepted Dr. Rowland's resignation, which takes effect June 30th, and wishes him and his family well as he embarks on his future endeavors. Janine Hodder, a permanent resident of the Bahamas for the past 40 years, will serve as acting president of the university for the remainder of Dr. Rowland's contract, which expires in July of 2025. Ms. Hodder began her career as a teacher at Queen's College. She later joined the College of the Bahamas faculty before serving as principal and vice chancellor of Bishop's University in Quebec, Canada, and vice principal at McGill University in Montreal, Canada, before returning to the Bahamas, where she served as president of the former College of the Bahamas. And finally, in this segment, investigations into rape allegations against sitting member of Parliament for North Abaco, Kurt Cornish, they're still ongoing. Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando giving reporters an update on that matter. Mr. Cornish was questioned by police for allegedly sexually assaulting and threatening his ex-girlfriend and her family with death. When the commissioner last spoke with reporters, he noted that the files were being handed over to the Department of Public Prosecutions for consultation. When asked about the matter, Commissioner Fernando had this to say.
No longer than this morning, I've met with my legal team, and we are in communication. The legal team is in communication now with our DPP office. So just stand by, and results will be out shortly.
You're able to give a timeline? Maybe?
I won't give a timeline. I don't believe in giving timeline on investigations, because there's so much different lines of inquiries that you have to do. Sometimes you think it's the end, and then some other lines of inquiries comes up, and you have to follow that lead. So I don't like giving timelines, but we are working on that investigation.
So is the police investigation complete?
No, I wouldn't say they're complete, but we are communicating the police legal department. We have a legal office and the DPP office. We are in communication.
We'll take a break here. We'll be right back after these commercials.